Today we're talking about career options, but not just any career options. If you can see from the title, I believe it's very important that ladies especially choose strategically the kind of career options to consider, because as a lady, your life is going to change over time. Our world evolves very differently. If you want to actually build a sustainable career path, you want to work long term, or you want to have a career path that is kind of scalable, you don't want to be going into just any career, because certain careers might be very hard to get back to if you, for example, you have to take a maternity leave, or you have a period where you're like nursing your baby, or you're having to prepare for a wedding. Just generally understanding that our lives are differently structured from that of guys. So we have periods in our lives where we may need to step back and actually focus on real life. And yeah, so just generally, so yeah, that is why it's important that we go for low stress career options, but at the same time, since we need the money, emphasis on high paying, low stress jobs. So the first career option on my list is to become a UI UX designer. So for this, a UI UX designer, UI basically means user interface and UX means user experience. So UI UX designers are basically the people who design like the whole sketch of an app. So imagine you want to build an app for like fitness. So the UI UX designer basically designs what the user interface looks like. So when we as users open the app, the sign-in page, they design what the sign-in page will look like. If it has to have a page where you get to choose your fitness goals, that whole design and aesthetic, everything you see there in the app, even on websites too, everything you see there, the first draft, the person who came up with the whole concept for the design and says, okay, we'll put this here and we'll put this there. The person who comes up with all of that concept for apps, for the websites that you use on a daily basis is a UI UX designer. That's what they're called. So it's basically a very creative career path. So it's something that you get to use your initiative, and ladies generally, we have that creative touch. Every lady really, I believe, has that creative touch, and if we can channel it rightly, it's a field that I believe every lady can thrive and excel in. So it's one that you should definitely consider. And now please, I want to give you a quick disclaimer. Every single career option I'm listing today, I will be putting like a range of what your earning potential could be with this worldwide. So I'm going to put it in dollars, so you see the amount on the screen. I want you to know that it's not what you get paid when you start out. So don't start out expecting to get that money, or start finding everybody that wants to work with you say, okay, if it's not this amount, I'm not working with you. Please have in mind that you have to build, first of all, learn the skill, master the skill, and work your way up gradually to get to that point where people find you fittingly enough to pay you that amount. So you cannot start demanding for those amounts. It's just a range basically to give you an idea of how much your earning potential could be. Now on to my career option number 2, that is becoming a digital marketing specialist. I highly recommend this because what this may basically means is marketing, the whole world has become digital. So when companies are looking to advertise their products, their services, they divert their attention to navigate towards the option of social media, websites, online, SEO, search engine, Google. They want to be found when people are looking for anything related to their product or service. They want to be found. So your job as a digital marketing specialist is just basically doing all the technical behind the scenes work, trying to make sure that businesses rank well in the online space. So basically you're working with the SEO, content writing, blog writing, search engine. So it entails a whole lot of that. So I'm just giving you a brief intro of what this career path entails, how it works, and you can go in and do your own research and get yourself up to speed with this skill. This one is becoming an illustrator / animator. So there are people who do the illustrations for cartoons that we watch these days. They do the animations for animated videos you see. Someone actually drew all of that. So this is a creative career path also. If you're someone who tends to have a flair for drawing, or you can never even actually know how well you can excel in this if you don't actually try. So many of us as children growing up, we used to do scribbles. I used to even have a drawing book where I would draw and do fun things like that. So you can consider becoming an illustrator or an animator. It's very high paying, and the thing with this one is that it's very, very undersaturated, so there are not a lot of people exploring this field or this career option. So do your research, get yourself up to speed with this, and start getting to the coins. Now the next one, guys, is to become a web designer. This one is more technical because it has to do with coding. I try to include as many no coding careers in this because the emphasis is on low stress. But I didn't want to be biased because some ladies are naturally gifted and very technical, you know, with everything. So you could consider becoming a web designer. This has to do with coding. When you go to a website, for example, the website we can use right now could be netflix.com. So when you go to netflix.com, you see the Netflix interface right there. Everything that you see there was designed by somebody through code. So the person in charge of that whole interface, making it look aligned, making everything stay where it ought to stay, you know, is the web designer. So you could explore this career paths. There are multitude of options for you if you want to get started in coding. There are too many resources, too many free resources out there. HubSpot or W3 schools is a good recommendation for you to get started and start learning the skills you need to become a web designer. Now onto the last one, which is basically like the most explored nowadays by ladies, and we love to see a female dominated industry. We are here for it, and that is basically the field of content creator / social media manager. And with this one, you don't even just have to do your own thing or work for yourself. You can actually be a content creator for a company or social media manager why can't I talk? Or a social media manager at an established institution, you know, even companies like Facebook or Netflix, or, you know, think of any other company, even Google, they have social media managers. So think of it like that. There is money to be made in this industry because every business, every organization, every company, even individuals right now, there's some individuals like celebrities or public figures like politicians and all of that need social media managers because they don't actually have the time to do the work there. So this one has a very large range of options. You get a large range of exposure. You can work for multiple companies simultaneously doing their work. It offers, you know, just like every other job that I've listed so far, it offers remote work opportunities, in-person roles, so that's on site, going to a physical office, depending on your preference, depending on what you want. It offers a large range of options, so it's just up to you to decide. I really hope you consider any one of these, and please know that you have to be good at what you do. You can't just get started and expect to be getting to the bag immediately. You need to put in the work, develop your skills, and become what's being paid the amount. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, become what's the amount. So when people have to pay you that amount, they don't feel like they are being cheated. They are actually getting the value of the money. Okay, so if you're looking for how to get a job right now, you are wondering, oh, how do I get started? I need a job right now. I have a video on that. I'll link it, put a card up here. Or if you're wondering if a full-time job is something for you, you still don't know, I have a video. I'll link that up there too, and also put it in the description below. Please do well to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to see more videos like this, drop a comment, tell me what you want me to do a video on. If you want more career options, I am willing to do all of that for you, kind of explain it for you to know what the careers mean. I don't know if that makes sense. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and then don't forget to share this video with your friend who needs to start making money, who needs to level up and become her own boss babe this year. That being said, my name is Princess. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye, loves.
Shady, you ain't been calling me baby, boy, you can go stop playing games. I know you see it in my line, I'm on your mind, and that you want this bad, so I'm cool with that. I'm just trying to match your words with your actions.